Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. We are pleased to be joined by Brian Crichton, of course, the man in charge at Talladega Superspeedway. Of course, we're going to be at Bristol Dirt this weekend, but next weekend, of course, getting ready for a pretty big weekend down at Talladega. How's it going?
Casey, thank you very much for having me on. It's going well. We're looking forward to transitioning from short dirt track to the biggest, the baddest, the fastest, racetrack on the planet is what we like to say about Talladega. So we're ready. We're ready to welcome NASCAR and, all the fans to Sweet Home Alabama.
Okay. For people that have never been to Talladega, I've never been there, and and on a personal level, from covering NASCAR for so many years, I would love to go down there one day. But what is the experience like for people that have never been to Talladega? What is that experience like down just for a day down there?
Yeah, we hear it all the time. There's no experience like it. So Talladega is a special place. I mean, just from the history, the tradition, the events, the camping, the camaraderie. We kind of call it an unofficial family reunion because we have so many friends that have met over the years that they have to park next to one another in the campgrounds. They've got to be there. And so it's just it's a special place. And, one of our mottos is this is more than a race. This is Talladega. And one of those reasons is because of all those extra activities that we do, whether it's the big one on the boulevard on Friday night, a fireworks show Friday night, a concert in the infield on Saturday. There's just a lot going on here at Talladega, and it makes it a special place.
I got to ask you about, we'll get into the entertainment stuff and what people are going to be offering here in a minute. But during the Xfinity race, Jeffrey Earnhardt's going to be running the number 3 car for RCR during the race weekend at Talladega. It's going to be similar to what the Black 3 looked like when Dale Earnhardt drove it, of course, which is his grandson going to be driving it this next coming weekend. How special is that to see?
It's anytime, Richard Childress and his history here at Talladega Superspeedway and the Earnhardts, all the Earnhardts and their history here at Talladega. When you put an Earnhardt in a 3 car, which is one of our RCR's cars, it's going to be special, and it's going to bring back a lot of memories, a lot of great memories for all of the different Earnhardts and what they've done here at Talladega, what they've accomplished. Obviously, most wins, 4 in a row. I mean, you can keep going down the list of all the accomplishment for the Earnhardts, and so we're excited. Jeffrey's a great friend of Talladega Superspeedway, and so we're excited to see him in the 3 car on Saturday, running in the Ag Pro 300.
Okay, so I gotta ask you this: what are fans gonna be? What are fans gonna expect this weekend when they go down next coming weekend when they go down to Talladega?
Yeah, Talladega. We're gonna be back to 100% capacity. Sales are strong. We're gonna start loading in our campgrounds on Monday. This coming up Monday, we actually already have campers that are stacked out there waiting to get into the campground. So just the anticipation is here already. We load in our infield on Wednesday, and then that's when that infield party starts. So, I mentioned all the different activities that we do here, but one of the really special things is just all that, what the fans bring and the great social atmosphere that they have here at Talladega. So it's going to be a fun weekend. As I said, they're already excited. They're already lining up, and we don't even open up until next Monday. It's going to be big. Sales are strong. And so we're looking forward to a great weekend.
What is it like to be in the infield at Talladega during just the race week? And there's so much to do that's down there, but it gets pretty wild down there.
It does, yeah, and wild in a great way. And the fans. So we have Talladega Boulevard, which is that iconic, boulevard that we have. So Friday night we do the big one on the boulevard, which is a parade. It's kind of a Mardi Gras style parade with a bunch of drivers on a float that we take down Talladega Boulevard, and then we do a bunch of fun games and activities. And so, being in that area is just the epicenter of the party. But we've also, we've gone through a $50 million infield renovation. And so we have our Talladega Garage Experience, which is right off of Pit Road. It's actually part of the garages. So we built this experience around our garages. So you're able to walk under the same roof that the garages are in. The only thing that separates you from the front of the car is about 5 feet and a 4-foot high fence. So there's no walls, there's no glass, there's nothing like that. You can interact with the drivers, the teams, the crews. Victory Lane is inside of Talladega Garage Experience. So you can experience, all three of the race winners coming in. We've got a kids zone, we've got game zone, we've got, I mean, you just name it. It's like an amusement park now. So we kind of, you have the party in the infield, but then you also have this unbelievable experience that just really immerses you into all things NASCAR.
And you just announced all the driver appearances that we're going to be making across all the stages and in the midway and in the infield and all that. It's got to be pretty cool. It's from the Cup Series, the Xfinity Series, as well as the ARCA Menard Series.
Yeah, absolutely. And you think about 2 years ago, when the world changed, and we're back to 100%. We're back to drivers doing appearances and question and answer sessions. Our display is going to have almost 30 different vendors and displays there. 15 merchandise haulers. We're bringing in a display called Trackside Live. So kind of like what the old Speed Channel used to do, we're bringing that back, and there's going to be driver appearances. We're going to have the Grand Marshal is going to be, doing different appearances. So, we want to bring, as the fans are coming back, we want to make sure that, the drivers and the industry is interacting with them, and the drivers are being great about it. As well as you mentioned, all the different appearances that we're going to have. We're going to do a special red carpet walk from, just before pre-race ceremonies, and that's going to go right through Talladega Garage Experience as well. So again, it's bringing those fans, into the sport and next to the heroes, the drivers, the folks that they want to see.
Yeah, for sure. And this is also the first race for the next gen car at Talladega. How special is that for this place?
Well, after watching the race at Daytona with the next gen car, and then after watching the race at Atlanta after their reconfiguration with the next gen car with the Superspeedway package, we're excited about it because they were both great races. So we're excited about seeing it here at Talladega. We're a little bit bigger, a little bit steeper, and a little bit wider than Daytona. So I wouldn't be surprised you're seeing 3 and 4 wide racing throughout the day on Sunday.
When I've always wanted to ask this, when you go to Talladega and you see when the cars are going across the track, you see the banks on the turns there. How steep are those?
They are so steep that you can't walk them up forwards. You pretty much have to turn around because your ankle doesn't bend that far. You pretty much have to turn around and walk up backwards unless you're up on your tippy toes. But you're exactly right. If you're coming out of the tri-oval and you're going across our start finish line, looking ahead at turn 1, it just looks like a wall. It looks like a wall that's there, and then you just kind of sweep into it and go around. One of my favorite things to do if I'm doing track laps is to take people around, but then actually stop them in the banking, just to really give them a sense of what that banking is. It's impossible to describe, but you just got to come out here and you got to see it, feel it, do it. We do 4 or 5 different track drives a year where we actually let our fans come out and drive their own personal car around the racetrack. We do pace it, but it's an unbelievable experience, and just the looks on people's faces after they perform those laps is pretty much they're wide-eyed and they say, "Wow, I had no idea it was that steep." Yeah,
it's definitely for sure. It's going to be a fun weekend at Talladega. It always is. But coming down to this next weekend, it's going to be a fun weekend. Of course, ARCA's back after like 5 weeks off. Xfinity is back after a week off this weekend, and then of course you got the Geico 500 on Sunday.
Yeah, it's going to be a great weekend. We're on track on Friday, which hasn't happened since COVID either. So we're excited about getting some track activity on Friday. Saturday's an unbelievable day. I mean, we're going to start it off with Cup qualifying. So you're going to have the NASCAR Cup Series cars on track, and then the ARCA Menard Series with the General Tire 200, and then of course the Xfinity Series that afternoon with the Ag Pro 300. So some people are calling it a doubleheader. I'm actually calling it a triple header because when you put those Cup cars onto the track and they're qualifying, to me that's 3 great events on that day. Tickets start at only $45 for adults, and kids are free. Kids 12 and under are free on Saturday. So just a great day to come out. If you have never been out before, it's a great day to come out and experience it all. Display will be open. All the vendors are open. A little bit less crowded, and so it's a little bit less intimidating. So if it's a first time, race goer that wants to come out, I really, really encourage that Saturday. It's going to be an amazing day. And then, of course, Sunday with the Geico 500 and all the pageantry and everything that comes along with that, it's going to be fantastic.
Of course. And of course, in the ARCA race, I know you want a good race and everybody there, but I know that there's also someone that's from the area that's going to be in there. I know Brett Holmes, this is a big race for him. Of course, he lives minutes away from this place. But how big would it be to see him have a good day?
It would be huge. Brett's a tremendous friend of the racetrack here, and his whole entire family is. And so I don't know if you know this or not, but after the championship, the 2020 championship that he won, there wasn't going to be a banquet. So we ended up holding a banquet to honor him, his team, his family. We held it right here at Talladega Superspeedway, inside of that new infield, inside of Big Bill's. And so, that's how special Brett and his family is to our area and to Talladega Superspeedway. So to see him come across that line in first place and be able to congratulate him in victory lane, that would be tremendous for myself and for everybody here at Talladega.
All right. Well, Brian, thank you so much for coming on and talking about next weekend. Of course, Talladega Superspeedway. The name just speaks for itself. Going to be a fun weekend next week. Of course, ARCA Xfinity, and of course the Geico 500 on Sunday. Stay tuned, Brian. Good luck. Have fun watching racing this weekend, and then your guys are going to be very busy next week and get ready to work and have all these fans here at Talladega.
That's right. Not only the nation, but the world comes to Talladega Superspeedway in a little bit over a week. So we're excited about it. It's going to be a fun weekend. Thank you very much for having me on. I really, really appreciate it.